What's up, everybody? So, I'm making this quick video right now because the lineup for Aftershock was released today. Last time, or at least last year, I got to do it during the middle of the day because, unfortunately, I wasn't working. And I was looking for work, and I was streaming, so when it came out, so I did a nice video, did it right away. But figured that we'll talk about this today, so, yeah, again, I appreciate people that have watched these videos and do these things, but I like putting out this stuff, and I'm looking forward to this year with everything. So one of the things that we're going to look at today is we're just going to look at the overall poster. We're going to go and check out the lineup page by page, the way they have it from the bottom up on Thursdays, through Sunday, and kind of talk about who I'm excited to see and who I'm not really that excited to see when it comes to these things. It's such an odd thing when it comes to Aftershock because I know not everything there is everybody's taste, and every year I see the, oh my god, this lineup is the best, oh my god, this is the one ever, and then there's people like, this lineup fucking sucks, it's the worst piece of crap that I've ever seen, meh, 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 meh. It's like, dude, what I love about this festival in general is that there's something for everybody. And even though there's stuff that I don't give a crap about, somebody else is really going to give a shit about, and they're going to fucking love it. And then there's stuff that people don't think about with, do I really like it? I don't like these bands at all. And then I am fucking stoked to go see some of these bands. So there's always something for everybody, and your tastes are different. And what I have liked, and we're going to talk about one of the things I did not like that they did, and I know a lot of people have given things, and I know that they have switched things around. So we'll talk about that as well. Let's just start the video before we go into that. This super VIP area, whatever they call it, the lounge, the Capitol Club, I think is what it's being called. And the one thing that they did do with it is that they did change the way that the Capitol Club is going to work. So I'm going to switch over real fast to the other view that you can see here, and hopefully I'm not blocking it with my cam and everything like that. But with the Capitol Club, the big thing is that they changed it here. Right? It was in this area here, which really sucks because this is like super shade for those people that are really, not able to get a lot of shade in general admission, because here is a bunch of trees in the VIP, all over here, all this regular shade, and there's some shade right here, right, that lead up to stage 2, and then most of your other shade is like way back here underneath the freeway pass. There's some that's like right here in this area, and then this big area right here, it was your shade that was near the main stage that you had there. And so this Capitol Club was taking over this whole fucking space, which is terrible. Now, this year, the one thing that doesn't happen down near the Capitol Club, which I think we're going to have restrooms probably moved back here. There's always been one like closer to the back, actually probably like more like in this area in particular. But you'll probably have restrooms that are more back here along. There's always been the ones that have been underneath the freeway pass. And I am very satisfied that they decided to keep this stage and get rid of this stage here, and then still have this stage back in the corner. And you got stage 2, which is your normal second main stage, and your main stage. VIP looks, for the way that it's drawn, it's not really like that big of a difference in the way it is. It does look like it goes further back than it did before, but it's still relatively cool, and here's a representation of where it's expected to be. But what's funny about the Capitol stage in general is that, yes, okay, one, it's too fucking expensive for me personally. There's going to be people that are going to love it, and they're going to pay for it, and they're going to think that it's the best thing ever. But in terms of sound, your sound is going to suck. Your sound is going to be terrible. Where's the best place for sound? Does anybody know out there where the best place for sound is? It's always going to be right over here, closest to the sound booth. That's going to, if you want to have a sonically great experience, find yourself a spot that's down in this area that's near the sound booth. You will get the best sound because they are giving themselves the best sound for what's going on stage. I've been on a side stage of a main stage before. I've actually, and funny enough, it was during Five Finger Death Punch. A friend of mine knows those guys. He invited me to go. I got to actually watch the whole show from the side. It doesn't sound the same. It doesn't sound as good, even as if you're over here in the VIP, or you're back here, or you're over there, or you're even up front. Doesn't sound the same. It's much different. It's better. It's a great experience because you are right fucking there. Like you are right with the bands. But for $2,500, it's crazy. And what do you get with that? You get some extra food and some laminates and other things that's there. And I know this is Talking Guide. The last couple of years I've been doing VIP, and I like the VIP area for this. I end up spending a lot more of my time out and about amongst the festival because VIP only works for these two. If all I want to see is these two stages, VIP is fucking great. Let me tell you, it saves my feet. And I get a decent view from the side over here. I'm just glad that they didn't like loop this around and then you got another one that blocks the other VIP. And it's going to be like I guess like a building or something that they're building there for people to do it, maybe multiple stories. Kind of like if you ever saw like when iHeartRadio does this big thing up in Vegas and they had the ones that were outside and they were like these like houses. I've seen them before in other ones. Here in California, it's probably a lot more expensive than it is in other places. So that's the big thing. I'm glad that they moved it. I'm glad that people are getting, the regular GA is going to get their shade and it's going to be a better experience for the GA people. But like what they were originally going to do, it's just that was not kosher, to be honest. I'm glad that they listened, and I'm glad that we're getting something better, you know, for the regular people that want to be up close and personal. So let's talk about the quick lineup on the homepage that they announced today. So the biggest thing I want to take away from this, I just want to talk about our headliners, just real fast who they are, and then we'll go through page by page with the bands and everything else. And we're going to do main stage and side stage, and let's do all 4 days, for 4 stages for the headliners for those stages. So on Thursday, you've got Blink 182. You've got Good Charlotte, Acid Bath, and Hatebreed. That's going to be your headliners for day 1. Day 2, it's going to be Deftones, A Perfect Circle, Dream Theater, and Chodos. Day 3, Korn, Bad Omens, Powerwolf, and I believe this is Tsunami. I don't know this band, and it took me a while to figure out what it said, but we'll have it. And then our final days, Bring Me the Horizon, Rob Zombie, Flyleaf, with their original singer, Lacey Stern, and, of course, somebody Chaos AD. I can't read it from here because I am an old man. Probably, and it sucks because if I click this and makes it bigger, I still can't quite read something. It's like Fallujah Chaos AD. I don't know. We'll find out when we get to the stages. And I'm probably going to be like, oh my God, you don't know who they are? I'm sorry that I don't know who they are. But, you know, it's one of those things. There's a lot of bands on here that I don't recognize the bands, and especially when they're the smaller bands, I don't, because I'm not as, you know, hip as I used to be to all the music and stuff that's going on. But, you know, this is what this festival is for, is I get to go around and be like, okay, who are they? Let's go see them. And then if I find a new band, I find a new band. It's how I found Gemini Syndrome way back in the day. And I love those guys. And they're like super awesome guys too. Like, and I can't wait for their new music that's going to be coming out soon. So, and it was Aftershock that brought me to these guys. So let's go with the main deal. We'll start from the bottom up. This is not the way I want to do it. I want to do it by Thursday. So from the bottom, Left to Suffer. You know, and it's funny because I know that they didn't change some of this stuff from Louder Than Life. Like they just took like it was, some people noticed it this morning. They just took the code and then they stuck it in there. And then when you went to their page, for Deftones, it was also Avenged Sevenfold information. Left to Suffer. I don't know who they are. Maybe it'd be good. You know, when you're talking about like the opening bands of the day, it's kind of like, and I don't think a lot of these are opening. Some of them are opening on specific stages, but other bands, they're just kind of, because they're not as well known to everybody else, that we get them towards the bottom of this list. It doesn't necessarily mean what they're going to be. So Left to Suffer, you know, and again, if they are like an opening band, like I get it. I don't really know them, but it'd still be fun to go and see exactly who they are. Same thing with Dry Kill Logic. Don't really recognize them. First of our kind of classic, kind of punkish, kind of pop punkish type bands, the Ataris. The biggest song that they had to me, it was their cover that, and I know that a lot of people will be like, oh, but it's that Boys of Summer, and which is a great fucking cover. Don't get me wrong, but that's where I really know them from. But I think I've seen them open for somebody down at the Catalyst in Santa Cruz, but don't quote me on that because I don't remember. Or I might have seen them at like a BFD way back in the day when Live 105 was doing those things. Throne, same thing with Spite. Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. Now, I hear that they're a really good show. I don't know anything but the big song, do you feel like a man when you push her around? That's going to be a song they probably close with because it's a festival, and that's what everybody's going to really know. So that could be fun. Cattle Decapitation. This is crazy for this day. To be honest with you, Cattle Decapitation on the mostly punk day, even though there's a couple of like metal-ish bands that day, but I think that's going to be a good set. I think I'm going to probably end up at that set just to see them and say, hey, I've seen them live before. Same thing with Snot. I'd like to see Snot, which we kind of saw, I believe Dope's lead singer is a part of Snot, if I'm not mistaken. I could be completely wrong and 100% wrong. Yeah, sorry, getting messages where people are taking off. Speed, don't know Speed, don't know Hot Milk, don't know Nails. Get those ones out of the way. But again, this picture is, I wish I could just hover over the picture, point to it, and be like, oh, that's what it is. That's terrible. I don't know. But we'll see what Hot Milk is like. I don't know. If you guys think I should check out any of these bands, leave a comment below, and I will make sure that I get a little bit of, video or something from them, especially on a day like Thursday where I'm not 100% into everybody that's playing that day. I like to jump around and get a little bit of everybody. High on Fire, I have seen before. High on Fire is fun, but it's not everybody's cup of tea, so it's up to you. A tribute to Stormtroopers of Death. Originally, I thought it was the real Stormtroopers of Death that were going to be there, and I was excited. But I am kind of excited about this. Stormtroopers of Death, old school 80s metal. It's cool that Scott Ian is a part of this, and Scott Ian's at the festival again. I think it's going to be fun to see. All Shall Perish, great band to see. It's up to you if you want to stay for the sets or not. If you got something else better to do, maybe I do that. Carcass, I've never seen before, heard a lot about them. We'll see what happens. Hatebreed. I have a love-hate relationship with Hatebreed. I don't mind Hatebreed so much now. Back in the day, they were at every fucking festival that I went to. Anytime that there was a touring show, a giant festival, whatever it was, Hatebreed was there, and I always had to sit through their sets when I didn't like them very much. I'm still not the biggest fan in the world, but I can kind of tolerate it, and I understand where they came from. But Hatebreed is one of those bands where they've shown up for years, constantly. Every time that I would go to a goddamn show, there's fucking Hatebreed. And so I gained a hate for Hatebreed. But you know what? As a closer for one of the small stages, that's going to be great. It's probably going to be a ridiculous set. It's probably also going to be a ridiculous crowd. You're going to have fun if you really enjoy them. And if you've never seen them live before, I know that you'll have a good time. I might not be there. Hoobastank. I'm going to go see them. This is a guilty pleasure band. This is somebody that I have wanted to see forever. Never really got the chance to go out and see them in their heyday. And it's 100% guilty pleasure. I will be there watching Hoobastank. I don't care what anybody says. I will be belting out the Reason and Crawling in the Dark. And I know that they put on a good show is what I've heard for a long time. Terrible Name, pretty good band. To me, this is that era of music that I was like super into when I was kind of like, when I didn't have like the metal side of me going on, I had the Hoobastank side of me going on. And not like I was religious with them, but I really like the music. And there's a band that I thought should have been here on this day that is not playing till Sunday. And I want to talk about that band too when we get to them, because it upsets me that I'm finally going to be able to see them, but I'm not going to be able to see something about them, but we'll see. Bowling for Soup, fun fucking band. Bowling for Soup is a really fun fucking band. I am not the biggest fan of them. If you've watched my videos before, the dude that ate breakfast with me that hasn't been to an Aftershock in a while, he is a huge fan. I'd almost say he is the number one Bowling for Soup fan that I know. There's probably other Bowling for Soup fans. I went and saw them. On this channel, you can go see a video where I recorded a couple of their songs. Fun. Really great crowd interaction, great banter, and it'll be a fun time. So, like, if you're gonna see a pop punk band that day and you're thinking about going around, go see Bowling for Soup. Do it. State Champs. Don't know who they are. Have to find out. Maybe if I get a chance to go see them, I will. Power Trip. Don't know who Power Trip is. They're one of, I think, like the main like support headliners for one of the stages for that day. Never heard of them before. Gonna have to check it out. And I like to put together a Spotify list too of a bunch of different songs from all these guys to figure it out. Alkaline Trio. Alkaline Trio puts on a fantastic fucking show. I saw them open for Coheed and Cambria, and it was fantastic. I don't know what else to say other than they're cool. One of the guys from Alkaline Trio was, I think the lead singer was a part of Blink 182 for a while doing the Blink shows, and but I think Alkaline Trio is a much better band than Blink 182. I had a friend, I remember in college, she was absolutely in love with them, and I had never heard of them until her, and I love those guys. It'd be a really fun show. Mom Jeans. Don't know who Mom Jeans is, but I appreciate the name of the band. It's one of those bands where I appreciate the name. We'll see what's going on. Hollywood Undead. Hollywood Undead is one of the dumbest shows that you're ever going to see that you are going to have the absolute most fun of the entire day at. I swear to God, I didn't know shit about Hollywood Undead. I was not a huge fan, and when they played Aftershock for the very first time, and friends were like, "Oh, let's go check out Hollywood Undead," I'm like, I really don't want to go. Oh, it's that type, it's that group ensemble rap, rock type thing, and I'm not totally into this thing. And then I had the funnest time that I had of the whole fucking day. Hollywood Undead, go see their set. If you don't stay for everything, hopefully they play Everywhere I Go early so that you can catch that, which is my favorite song from them. But they're a good fucking time. It's a good fucking time. So go see Hollywood Undead. If I'm gonna say from this day, out of everybody else that's there. Taking Back Sunday. Taking Back Sunday is classic emo. That is high of emo from back in the day, and I've seen them a couple of times open again for Coheed and Cambria, and I've had a good time. It's not what you hear from the old recordings. I think their main vocalist is not quite what he used to be, but still a fun time. I would definitely go see Acid Bath. Again, this is a band I don't really know, and they're one of the main headliners on one of the stages, so we'll have to see. Go there and check it out if I can, if it's during the time. And that's really, I hope that they do with 4 stages, I hope that we have good spread outs of lineups. I know that you're going to have overlaps between like 2 and 4, or 2 and 3, and 4 and 1, and those types of overlaps that you're going to have there. I kind of hope that 1 and 3 go on at the same time. Well, I don't want 2 and 4 to go on the same time. I don't know how you're going to get that 4th stage in the corner where we had it last year and not have any bleed, but having that stage with 2, that was terrible with that bleed. So I was not a big fan of that. All American Rejects. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm probably going to check out some of that set because, there are songs that are terrible, but I love singing them. Swing Swing comes to mind. I think that it might be a fun time, but I've heard negative things about them. So maybe it's a check out for nostalgia's sake, kind of like Hawthorne Heights, when they were around and you went and saw them for a little bit just to see the one song. Go maybe do that. All Time Low is really fun. They are a really fun band. If you get the chance, go see All Time Low. Good Charlotte. Good grief. And this is where probably the 2 things that I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to stay for all of Thursday, because I really don't care about Good Charlotte, and I really don't care about Blink-182. They are not my thing. I do have that one Good Charlotte CD, and I enjoyed some of it. You know which one I'm talking about. Lifestyles and the Rich of the Famous is on that album. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll stay for a little bit of Good Charlotte just to see them. Say I saw them live once, and I don't know if I'm going to stay for the whole thing, and I don't know if I'm going to stay for Blink-182. If somebody like, All Time Low is on the main stage, Good Charlotte is the main headliner of the other stage. If the All American Rejects are playing during the same time as Good Charlotte, I'll go see All American Rejects and then like mosey on over to Good Charlotte. Blink-182, I'm going to level with you guys now. You may not get any videos from them, or if you do, it's going to be something in the beginning, and that's really going to be it. I've seen Blink-182 before. I had to sit through Blink-182 to watch Stained, which was crazy at a BFD. No, it was the other way around. I ended up watching all Blink-182 because there were a couple of girls there that were staying that we watched through Stained, and I was going to leave with my friend after Stained, but because we were hanging out with these girls and hitting on them the entire time and having a good time with them, I ended up staying through Blink and hated that set. Other than hanging out with the girls and dancing with the girls, I hated that set. Though Travis Barker is a goddamn fucking beast, and he is the best thing about that goddamn band, and you cannot change my mind on it. And the shit that he did back in the day with that was fantastic. So if you want a good show, Blink 182 should be a good show. If you don't care much about the music and you just want to watch maybe the craziest, but I don't think they're doing the same type of shit they do before. But I still think Travis does some of the Tommy Lee type of drum shit that Tommy Lee does on stage with some of his stuff. So maybe I don't know. If buddies of mine decide that they want to stay around, or there happens to be a couple girls that are going to keep me there to watch Blink 182, I will watch Blink 182. Otherwise, probably ending my night somewhere halfway through Good Charlotte's set. That's just honest. Plus, it's nice. I can get back. I can get something nice to eat, and I can, get rested for the next day, Friday, or go to a strip club. I don't know if I'd go to a strip club up in Sacramento. We'll see. All right, Quantic. No idea. I like the picture, but we'll have to see. Thornhill. Don't know who they are. Don't care. This is who really I'm here to see. Almost a whole lot for the first day. There's a lot more people here than I'm here to see. But Forbidden. So, you can go look on my channel. I'm not lying. I have sung with him before. My good friend Norman Skinner is the lead singer of Forbidden currently. I believe on my channel I've got, I did his birthday batch. We did Alice in Chains together. You can go watch it. All that fun stuff. I'm so excited for him. This is not me like gloating and doing any of that stuff. I'm not trying to use him for clout. I'm not going to try to get into the backstage, anything like that. I'm really not trying to do any of that shit. I'm so proud of this dude because he is fucking grinded for fucking ever. He did his, has his own solo project in Skinner. I met him when he was in Magica here in the Bay Area. He's been in this local scene forever. He's got a great power metal band called Nevain, and it sucks that I've kind of separated myself from that world a little bit, and it happened to do in a past relationship, where that person was keeping me here because she just couldn't handle me being out there and about and, thinking stupid shit about me. And she kind of ruined a lot of little things in terms of that regard. But in general, I'm ultimately proud to see him at this stage. Is it, he's an opening band here, and a lot of people could give that shit, but to go from, what he had to do in the Bay Area to grinding through those and through these bands and all the different trials and tribulations and doing other little things. He did a project with a guy from Cage, the lead guitarist from Cage, called Hellscream. Like, there's a lot of things that he's done, and he's constantly pushed himself. And for him to be at this stage right now, Forbidden is, which honestly, what sucks here is that I think a band, like most of the bands that are in that area, that are going to be on that stage is going to be like old school thrash metal, and it should be a fantastic fucking stage. Like, that whole thing should be a fantastic fucking set from everybody that is going to be on that stage. I think there's like Death Angel, what is it? Exodus is going to be on that stage. Testament is going to be on that stage. Yngwie Malmsteen is going to be on that stage. Like, it is going to be a classic, like, thrash metal, like, fucking revival on that stage, starting with Forbidden. It's going to be fantastic. And like I said, he's going to be touring most of Europe as either almost a main headliner, or a main support to a headliner, or like mid stage or whatever. And they're here to start opening. So, but nonetheless, like, to see him at an actual big U.S. festival is huge. And I'm so excited, and I'm going to be front row and center. Like, hopefully I can, you'll see me. I'll say hi. Like I said, I don't need to use anybody's clout for anything. I'm just proud of my friend. And it's really cool to know this guy that I met in my, like, kind of like work journey start, because I used to do IT for the company I started with, to seeing him up on the stage is just an absolute joy, an absolute fucking joy. And I am so looking forward to it. So after that, Winds of Plague. Have not heard of them, but I've heard really good things. So hopefully see them. Same thing with Landmarks. I don't know. Lacuna fucking Coil. Lacuna fucking Coil are back at Aftershock, and I'm excited because I am seeing them with Machine Head very, very soon in the next month. And it's been forever since I've seen Lacuna Coil. I love Lacuna Coil so much. Their last couple albums haven't been the best, but I love their dynamic. I love them on stage. You guys should make sure you check out Lacuna's Coil set. Glory Hammer, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for this day too because we are getting some power metal bands at this festival. Finally, Glory Hammer, fun fucking band. And one of my friends, a good friend from Indiana, one of his favorites. I'm looking forward to checking them out. Glare, don't know. Violent Vera, don't know. Fear Factory. Fear Factory, I believe, has been here before. I've missed them a couple times. Maybe this is going to be the year that I finally get to see Fear Factory and say, I saw Fear Factory live. North Lane, don't know. Yngwie Malmsteen, if you want your face melted off and you want to see somebody be very technical with their guitar, you're going to enjoy it. For some, noodling is not your cup of tea. Don't go see Yngwie Malmsteen. It's just the way it is. He's a noodler. He's fantastic, but maybe he's not going to be what you expected. Of Mice and Men, it is so good to see them back at Aftershock. I love these guys. They put on a fantastic fucking show. If you have the choice between them and somebody you're not sure of, go see Of Mice and Men. Please go see them. I'm going to try to make their set. Get Scared. No idea who they are. Death Angel, another band you'd probably need to see. Like I said, that stage that they're going to be on for that day, that is going to be a thrash metal wet dream, honestly. Those guys are super chill, super nice, and they're fucking fantastic. I love everything they do, and it's always high energy. And they had a lull for a little while, but they kind of came back in the last 5 years to where they're back to their prime days, even though they're a lot older than that. Ailstorm. I can't believe these guys are actually going to be here for this because I think a lot of people have been suggesting them for years, and now they're going to be there. So Ailstorm should be a fun time. Hopefully they're on the same time as Death Angel, but we will see them. Failure. Failure is interesting. I believe I saw them open for Tool, and it's not a bad time. Either Tool or Perfect Circle. I think it was Perfect Circle. It should be a good time. They're not a bad band, but I think, in my honest opinion, if there's other people that you really want to see, go see them instead. Exodus. It sucks that Steve Zissou is gone, but Exodus always puts on a good time. Honestly, I would have put Exodus in front of Forbidden, to be honestly, on that stage. They are, but they're more well-known than Forbidden is, so I get it. Motherfucking Testament. Go fucking see Testament. I'm going to say this again. Go fucking see Testament. You got to go see fucking Testament. See fucking Testament. That's it. See them. One of the best thrash metal bands to ever come out of the Bay Area. Go fucking see Testament. Basement. No idea who they are. Kerry King. I know what I say about Slayer. I'm, fans strike me down. I'm not the biggest fan of Slayer. I just never have been. It's a little bit before my time. Maybe I'll step into Kerry King to see how it's different, but I don't know if it will be. Chiodos, I was never a big fan. Maybe I'll stop by. The Dillinger Escape Plan. I've been wanting to see these guys forever. For absolute ever. I'm so excited. I am so excited to see the Dillinger Escape Plan. That's going to be fun. Bruce Dickinson, solo. Huh. That's weird to me. It's very weird. But it could be fun. Unless they do what they did with Iron Maiden did last year, and he doesn't really play any hits. So, how could you not play Flight of Icarus? I don't get it. Anyway, Dream Theater. Holy shit. Dream Theater is going to be there. If you want some progressive power metal, rock, whatever you want to fucking call them, this is going to be your time. If you love the noodling, Dream Theater is honestly amazing to have there. I'm looking forward to it. Knock Loose. Great fucking sets. Good fucking show. I don't know if I could survive being close in a Knock Loose set, but I think a lot of people are super excited of it. Lamb of God. I have, again, another love-hate relationship with Lamb of God because there was a time where they were also everywhere. I like Lamb of God, but I'm not the type of person that, if Lamb of God, I have to be at that set if somebody else that I love more is playing. But I'm hoping this year that it's not that way, because there are some songs that I fucking love, like "Laid to Rest" is, you know, if I had a workout song, it probably would be "Laid to Rest," but this is Body by Fat, so it is what it is. Turnstile. Turnstile did a headlining on one of the stages many, many years ago, actually like 3 years ago, and was okay. I had never heard of them before. I had never watched them before. It was okay. So I don't know how I feel about it, but I think they're going to be main stage support is the way they're going to be. They're not going to close out a stage this year, which I think when they were closing out that other stage, I don't think that they necessarily should have, but I think that they'll be fine for where they are. But my love, my man, my inspiration, fucking Maynard James Keenan is back, and he's back with A Perfect Circle and Billy Howardell. I love A Perfect Circle. I was so excited. I got to see them last year when they played in that whole, celebration of Maynard's birthday with Primus and Pussifer and everything like that. I love this. I know that people, in terms of the stage show, they're like, oh, why do I pay all this money to watch them, not even see them move or do anything? Me. It's like, no, I am here for the fucking music. I'm here to belt it along, to sing along. I'm going to any fucking thing that they can do. I'm so excited to see them. And then I'm even though I just came off of last night seeing them in San Francisco at the Chase Center, where I bought last minute tickets that I was like, oh my God, this is too goddamn expensive. Why did I do it? But I love the fucking set as a headliner. Finally, Sacramento Homeboys, Deftones are headlining fucking Aftershock. I am so excited for these guys. They have grinded for so long. I know it's not the original lineup, from back in the day. Well, it could never really be the original lineup from back in the day. But to just see where the Deftones have come from, and for them to actually headline this festival and be like a day headliner on it, I'm so excited. This is probably, for my days, this is my most exciting day is Friday, not necessarily any other day. I think there's some great other bands on other days, and hopefully this video doesn't turn into like an hour-long video, but it might. Who knows? But I will still be there. I had so much fun seeing them last night, and I will stay for the full set for everything that's there. If it's the same set, I'm not going to be mad, because they played my favorite Deftones song in the absolute world, which you can see on the channel. It is available. I recently recorded it, so go check it out. Let's go to Saturday. Saturday is probably the one day I'm not super excited about the headliner, because they have been here forever, but I think that, again, it's still California boys, and they still put on a good show, so we'll talk about it. We've got Snuffed on Sight. Don't know. Probably some hardcore metal band. Return to Dust. They look like they're trying to be a hardcore metal band, but they're probably more like, butt rock type of guys. Like, there was one band last year, I can't remember who it was, came out, looked like they were hard, and then they weren't that hard at all. Whereas Spy, especially that guy, he's got that mullet going on there in that picture I'm looking at right there. I bet you those guys are way more hard than Return to Dust. Scary Kids, Scaring Kids. I like the band name. I don't know what you're going to be like. Born of Osiris. Great band live. See them if you get the chance. If they're early, see them. Nonpoint. I know a lot of people, the way they feel about Nonpoint, and some people just don't like them or get tired of them. Nonpoint, I think they put on a great fucking show. I will be making sure that I'm seeing that. Dying Wish, not sure who they are. It looks familiar. I think we've got a Chica in the band. What she does, don't know. But I guess I'll find out. Try to go see them. I'm going to fuck up your guys' band name. Zabalba? I don't know. But they look kind of like an old school thrash metal band. We'll see what happens. This one's surprising to me. Saliva. I don't think that we have the original lead singer with them anymore. I've never seen Saliva. And I think the only song that I really know and want to see is Click, Click, Boom. So we'll see what happens. There's a surprising band in this list, too, that I'm kind of curious about seeing. Scowl. Don't know. So it's like for Saturday, for the early stuff, I don't know. Besides Saliva and Nonpoint, I'm just kind of like, oh, I'm not sure. But maybe there's some stuff I want to see. Trash Talk, same thing. Don't know who they are. Well, I guess we'll have to figure it out. Same thing. I like the name, 7 Hours After Violet. I think that's great. Might be fun to see. This is a surprising band to me. Demon Hunter. Christian metal. Not to say Christian metal hasn't had its representation in Aftershock before, but they have one of my favorite songs like of all time, and so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing this band. But it would be like towards the end of the set, and would I stay for everything that Demon Hunter does? I don't know, and would they even play the song? I don't know. I forgot what soundtrack it was on. I know it's on a soundtrack, and I was very surprised with it. And I'm like, oh, and I checked out an album, and I thought the album was okay, but when it was more like, oh, it's Christian metal. I'm not a huge religious guy, and some things were just kind of like, what is what is. Dying Fetus. I have not seen these guys before. I know that they put on a pretty good show, so it might be worth it to see. We got Memphis Mayfire back. They're fun. Go see them. My buddy, Buff, that's been in the videos, he is super excited about Kitty, and he's been asking on every time whenever they do lineup things, he puts Kitty on the goddamn page, and guess who's showing up this year? He's super excited for. It's fucking Kitty. Kitty is going to be there. That's crazy. I've seen Kitty before. I've seen Kitty in a small intimate venue, and there was only like maybe less than 100 people seeing these guys. They're not my favorite in the world, but I respect them from what they are, even though I think the original bassist, I think she passed away a while ago, and not good circumstances either. But we'll have to see. I think it should be fun to see them actually do a big festival like this. Dragon Force. I know what you're going to say. My first power metal band, and you would be right, but Dragon Force is a good fucking time, and you're going to be there for one song and one song only if you're at the fucking festival, which will be the last song they play. It's Through the Fire and the Flames, and you're going to enjoy the living shit of it. But don't skimp on Power of the Triforce being one of their more recent songs. Is a great fucking song. The weird dance party song that they have, I don't really get, but it's different than what they've done. So do with that what you will. But Dragon Force is a very good time. I'm going to be excited to go and check out some of the set again. And hopefully they won't probably throw their little Zelda chicken. I always forget what the name of that, the Kuko. I don't know why I forgot it. Now I remember it. They won't throw their fluff Kuko out into the crowd, and because maybe it won't come back this time. They do it during one of the songs, and it goes out into the audience. And like when we were at the Masonic, it went all the way up to the top of the Masonic and came all the way back down and actually made it to the stage, and they were surprised. Bill Murray. I like the name. I love it a lot. It's spelled really weird, but it's a great fucking name. And I love the logo of the band, too, and it almost kind of looks like Bill Murray at the same time. Imminence, I'm not sure. I don't think I've heard of them before. Again, I'm going to want to create a playlist of at least the people I don't know. August Burns Red, great fucking show, really good sets. I've not been a big fan of theirs and following them, but I always have a good time whenever I see them at Aftershock. It's just fun. Tsunami, again, I don't know who Tsunami is. I heard that you're in for a treat and you're going to get caught in a tidal wave if you go and see Tsunami. So hopefully that's true. We'll see what it is. Dayseeker. I don't know Dayseeker. They're big enough to get towards the top of everything. We'll see how it is. I'm super excited about the next band, Powerwolf. Powerwolf is like gaining steam again. These guys are fantastic. Like for power metal, like if Dragon Force is my first power metal band, Powerwolf is like the one of the top. They're like, I can't believe they're actually going to be here. That type of power metal band should be a good fucking set. I want to stay for the whole thing if I can. I hope I can. Trivium. Trivium's great. I know there was a big thing with them back in the day. I think Trivium is a lot of fun. Always had fun at their sets. If you are into, kind of feeling old school thrash, Trivium would be a good set. Chevelle, I love these guys to death. That there should be nothing, that isn't known about that. I want to stay for the whole set if I can. It'll be fun. Slaughter to Prevail, probably going to get your ass kicked. It's not going to be like Slayer, or it's not going to be like Knock Loose. But since it's Saturday and you're probably tired, you're probably going to get your ass kicked, and I think it should be a really good set. 3 Days Grace. I'm so fucking excited for this because Adam Gontier is going to be back with him. This is going to be one that I want to stay for the entire fucking set. I want to be there from start to finish. I don't care who else is playing wherever. I'm going to go see it. And then what's going to probably suck is that I want to see Gojira, who's after them as well, which means that I'm probably going to go into the VIP and watch Gojira from there. And hopefully that one of the other bands isn't during that time, like Powerwolf isn't during Gojira, because I want to see those the two, or that 3 Days Grace is not during Powerwolf. You know, I know Gojira and 3 Days Grace are on opposite stages, so we'll see what happens with it. But I'm so excited for this. You don't even know. It's been a long time since I've seen 3 Days Grace, and Adam Gontier, I fucking love his voice. And so much so that I got really into Santa Sonia because I wanted to listen to him and not who does who's 3 Days Grace current singer. I like that they're doing this, that it's like you got two vocalists and they each do their own songs, and Adam Gontier is going to be playing guitar and doing backup vocals on those songs, but then when it's his songs, he's going to rip into his, so I'm excited to see that. And I know a lot of people feel like maybe 3 Days Grace is overrated. I don't know. I don't really feel that way. Lots of fun. Again, Gojira, coming off winning a Grammy for the performance they did at the Olympics, you gotta see Gojira. I gotta see Gojira, and I actually gotta be like there this time. And like I said, I hope that it doesn't coincide with another band that I really want to see. Bad Omens. This is one of those weird ones where I don't think that they're bad. I don't think Bad Omens is bad at all. If there's somebody else, though, that I really want to see, like if Powerwolf and Bad Omens are playing, I'm going to go see Powerwolf. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't feel like Bad Omens should be a main stage headliner for like the main support for the main headliner of the thing. I really think that maybe they deserve to be a little bit bigger. I think that Gojira should be in their slot. Maybe it's blasphemous to say, but I 100% believe that Gojira should be in that slot. I don't know why people have such a hard on for them. I think that they're fine. I think they have some really great songs, but I just don't know if maybe they're bigger than I even think that they are. But I would rather have Gojira there. And finally, Korn. What can I say? It's Korn. Yeah, that's all I can say. It's Korn. This is not the first time that they've headlined this. This is not the second time they've headlined this. I think it's the third time that they've actually been a headliner at this. They'll put on a good show. That's about it. I don't know what else to say about Korn. I like Korn. I love a lot of the music. I don't know if they're going to be playing like maybe an album in its entirety. Be great, like if they did Follow the Leader in its entirety, just to do something different. Get some guest vocals out there. Here comes Fred Durst to do All in the Family. And they can talk about sucking each other's dick on stage. I don't know. Get Ice Cube come out, do Children of the Corn. Like, come on, man. We could do all these cool things. Like, I want this Korn performance to be really special, because if it's just every other Korn performance that there is, it'll be a good set, but I just don't know. All right. So we're down to the last, probably is going to be an hour now. I'm talking about stuff. Sunday. Let's go through the rest of the bands and try to be done. Five-Headed Cobra. No idea who they are. 12 Stones, no idea who they are. Hopefully be good. Prong, old school, should be fun. I'm probably also thinking of Sponge for a different song. But yeah, I think I'd go see Prong when it comes to that. 6 Feet Under, don't know who they are. Dudes look old. That's all I can say. Sick Puppies. I don't think this is the original lineup of Sick Puppies anymore. But I think if it is the original lineup and they got back together, that should be a good time. I like Sick Puppies. They got one song that was, I think, used in WWE that a lot of people know about. Sleep Theory, fun band. You should probably see them. Dope, fun band. You should definitely see them. Spine Shank, surprised the hell out of me that they're even here. You should see them. It's one of those things. I can't believe it. The Plot and You. I hear a lot of great things about this band. A lot of people are super hyped for this band. I do not know them. Might be worth checking them out for a little bit. 3 Inches of Fucking Blood. Let's go. I missed them at the Regency in San Francisco. I wanted to see them so bad. I am so excited to get some Deadly Sinners. I can't do it. My voice fucking sucks getting to his fucking register. So, yeah. But we're gonna get some Deadly Sinners in there. We're gonna destroy some orcs. I fucking love 3 Inches of Blood, and I love the next band just as much too. Fucking Devil Driver is finally. This is the band that I have been asking for years and years and years to come to fucking Aftershock, and they're actually going to be there. I am so excited. It sucks that Cold Chamber couldn't play last year, but I'm excited to see Devil Driver. That's going to be a fun fucking time. That's going to be one of those sets where I'm going to try to see the whole fucking set, and I hope that they play some of the older stuff along with some of the newer stuff that's there. It's been a while since I've seen Devil Driver, so I'm super excited. Hinder. If you want Lips of an Angel, there you go. I could give a shit about Hinder. I don't know. Maybe it'd be like a thing to go see that song and leave. Um, Talk about cheating on somebody. A lot of girls are probably going to be singing it really loud. And, oh, this is about me. Oh, you're the cheating whore? But we'll see how it is. But it's Hinder. Whatever. It's what it is. It's kind of cool that they're going to be there. Red Theory, old school band. They're great. They're not like super old school, but a lot of fun. Hopefully you can see them. Same thing with Pop Evil. I think Pop Evil's a good time. Is it for everybody? No. I would rather see the next band, which is Guar. You got to see Guar. You got to be there for a bit. You got to get sprayed with blood. It's a fun time. Go see Guar. They've been there a couple of times. I'm excited to see them. Static X, I missed them last year. I'm going to see this set this year. I cannot wait to see Static X. I can't believe I missed it because it was on the same time as somebody else that I remember what happened. We got stuck in the front of a stage and I had to miss it because I couldn't get the fuck out of there after that. Crossfade. I'm very interesting to see these guys here. Yeah, I'm surprised. Crossfade. I really only know the one song, which I really do like. I might stop by to see it, and it's probably going to be the last song that they play, so I don't want to hear the whole thing, their whole set, but we'll see what happens with it. Chimera, I saw them way back in the day. Fun set. I don't know a whole lot of their other stuff. Like I said, I've only seen them once. It was a lot of fun. Maybe if you want to do something a little different. I like this day because it's a mixture of metal and kind of like butt rock that's going on here. This is the band that I'm talking about that I was surprised wasn't on the Thursday show, which is Story of the Year. Story of the Year is kind of that emo thing. And what sucks is that Moon Valjean is no longer part of Story of the Year. I love that guy, and he's part of Goldfinger now, which is great. But he was with these guys for a lot of years, and a couple years back, they broke it off with him because he wasn't able to do the touring that they wanted to do because he's also one of the hosts of the Rizzuto show, which got really big on radio from St. Louis. And it sucks because the one time that I could probably see him perform, like if Goldfinger was at this thing, I'd see Goldfinger here. I wish Goldfinger would play Aftershock one of these years. Then I could finally see him fucking play. But Story of the Year, I think, will be fun. There's still going to be some good songs that you could see with them. But it's weird that they're on this day. Machine Head, Oakland Boys, mount up. Machine Head will be a good set. Go see him. Cavalera performing Chaos AD. Okay, I have no idea who they are or who this is. I don't know. We'll see. Flyleaf with Lacey Strum. Looking fucking forward to this. I have not seen Flyleaf since I saw them open for Nine Inch Nails way back in the day. And I mean way back in the day. I'm looking forward to this 100%. I will be there belting all these songs. Black Veil Brides. There's going to be... I know that somebody like Machine Head or Story of the Year or somebody else is going to be playing during their set. I will go see that instead. I'm not a huge fan. As well as In This Moment. Okay. I know a lot of people love these guys. To me, they have two good songs, which is Whore and Blood, and that's it. So to me, it's play Whore, play Blood, get the fuck off the stage. I've just never been a big fan of them. And I remember, I think at the first Ozfest that I took my ex-wife to, that because I bought Ozzy's album and I got 2 free tickets to Ozfest and she went with me, and the entire time we were sitting around they constantly were pimping at them with It's a Beautiful Day, and I was just like, oh my god. And then we went and saw them. I was like, oh my god, it's worse than the fucking video that they're showing over there. If you want to watch somebody change outfits on stage, if you want to watch metal fucking, Taylor Swift or Weird Al, there you go. You're going to see it up there. She's going to change outfits every fucking 5 seconds. It feels like she's lip syncing all of her songs. I don't get it. It's not me. It's for some other people. Some people absolutely love In This Moment. I just don't, and I will see somebody else. Like, I would rather see Motionless in White. Should be seeing Motionless in White. Great fucking sets. Great fucking band. Go see them. Mudvayne. I'm excited that they're back. Let me tell you. It's not the same as probably was way back in the day, and he doesn't necessarily have his voice the 100% there. Still a good time. Still worth to see. Go see Mudvayne. Marilyn Manson. Oh my God, he's back. He's back, and he's playing the main stage. He's not playing the side stage. He is main support on the main stage. What are we going to get? Are we going to get the Marilyn Manson from a few years ago, before the pandemic? Or are we going to get the one that was a year or so before that, where he was fucking fire? I hope that we get the I'm on a comeback Marilyn Manson, because that's a good fucking Marilyn Manson. I'm still going to enjoy the set. And then we got Rob Zombie. What can I say about Rob Zombie other than he puts on a good show, even though he can't do the songs like he used to. He can do his current stuff really good, fits in his register. I know I'm talking shit, but it's just what happens when you get older. I'm not blaming him because the songs are still good, but like my favorite song, absolutely Super Beast, and he just can't get through it anymore. And so, hell yeah, I'm the one that you wanted. Hell yeah. I know I'm making fun of people, and I don't really mean to, because there are these big, huge musicians, and I'm the fucking, who the fuck am I? I'm a fat guy sitting in a chair talking about who's going to be at Aftershock. But I absolutely love Rob Zombie. Don't get me fucking wrong, and he holds a strong place in my heart. I will see his set, but I'll probably be seeing it from the side. I am excited, though. Now, this is one of the ones that I am actually very excited for, because every time that they play at Aftershock, I either have to cut it short or I'm not where I want to be to see them. That's Bring Me the Horizon. I have grown a big taste for them. I never really liked them when they first were coming out, and when they first were showing at Aftershock, I was like, oh, okay. Over the years, and this is absolutely 100% the way that you end this festival is with a band like this. And again, you could have ended it, in all honesty, you could have ended it with Rob Zombie. You could have made Rob Zombie your main stage headliner, and you could have followed in tradition of you doing Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses and whomever else you want to be, like the old dude that closes out the set. Instead, you pick the right band this time. Bring Me the Horizon, getting a full fucking hour-long set, being able to do the full theatrical set. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm very, very happy that we got this for this year. Maybe it's not everybody's favorite, but for goddamn, that's going to keep everybody there on Sunday, especially when you have a much shorter day and less bands on that last day. So that is it for this recording, for this little video talking about all the bands. So who are you most excited to see? Let me know in the comments below. And, I'm going to be there all 4 days, and I hope to see a bunch of people there. I've been so blessed by the people that have run into me and have actually said hi, and it makes you feel like a rock star sometimes that, hey, it's the YouTube guy that does the Aftershock videos. It's so fucking cool. And if you see me anywhere else but that, I could say hi. I don't fucking bite. Maybe I do. If you ask me nicely enough, I will. Don't ask me to, because I'm gonna have to record myself biting you for a video, and maybe put it in the compilation because somebody asked me to bite them. But nonetheless, and if you do, make sure it's not after you're out in a pit. Like, let's at least be somewhat sanitary. But nonetheless, I'm so looking forward to Aftershock. Aftershock should be fun this year, and it's going to be hot as shit. So get ready for everything. And if there's anything that we need to know of as we get closer to the date, maybe there'll be another little video that's out there. But I will say that if you guys are subscribed to the channel and you're looking for other things that, or at least other videos that are going to be coming out, I'm going to go see Steel Panther next week. So you expect at least 1 or 2 songs from Feel the Steel that's on there. Maybe if they play Glory Hole, I can get a little bit of that Glory Hole over there. It's one of the songs I want to actually have in my collection of recorded live songs is there. And then, Disturbed next month, and Cody and Cambria later this year, and 9 Inch Nails. I'm so excited about 9 Inch Nails. I wish 9 Inch Nails was playing this, but I feel like their date is way too close to Aftershock, and that's probably why they're not going to be there. I'm so excited for that show, like 100%. It's been forever since I've seen Trent, and I think the last time was at Aftershock, and unfortunately we had to leave early because a friend of ours wasn't feeling good, and so I didn't get to see all of 9 Inch Nails set. If I was the current me, I would have said, okay, well, I'll see you back at the hotel, and I'm going to stay for the whole set, to be honest with you. But yeah, so look forward to seeing all you guys there. Looking forward to rubbing elbows with the people there. Looking forward to laughing at the people that spent $2,500 on the SVP with the other people, while I spent $700 or whatever it is on the standard VIP, and the people sneer their noses up to me because, oh, you should just be in GA. Which, it's great for some things, but getting up in years, it actually helps me quite a bit. So, all right, that's it, guys. Make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. Hopefully I didn't seem like I was flipping you off or anything like that at the end of the video. I better get out of here before it's too late. So, bye, guys, and I'll see you at Aftershock.
Just endless rhapsody.